There's no on my rap last time that I checked. I was selling in the set. No sweat last time that I checked. I'm the streets voice out west. Legendary self-made progress last time that I checked. First you get the money, then respect, then the power and the come next. Last time that I checked. Come through fly check. No cosign, I ain't need radio to do mine. I done fine and I take my time. Check.
And welcome to Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, as an East Coast guy, you've traveled the globe. You can appreciate the thirst and the passion of these fans.
There's no doubt about it. It lives here in Philadelphia. And how about only a couple of years ago, this team had just won 28 games. Now we're talking about them potentially winning an NBA championship.
They've waited a long time, and now perhaps comes the reward. The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Horford. Shot from the lane won't go. Los Angeles has the basketball. Kuzma to James. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. Anthony Davis rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Richardson. Slams it down. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Jay, last year the Lakers 35-47. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only two teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
And he throws it down. Al Horford showing off all the moves.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Simmons with it. Lead is 2. To Tobias Harris. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
James to Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins missed his first. That one goes.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Horford. Finish that. Nice on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Across the timeline comes James, trailing by 4. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. It remains Sixers basketball. Simmons throws it up. To James. Kuzma. Simmons into the front court. Leads a bucket. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 3 for 4. Good start.
Old school equals high percentage.
James into the front court. 10-6 our score. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. To Danny Green. Josh Richardson sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Harris to Embiid. Lakers come up with it. Great pass to set it up. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Joel Embiid looking good. 4 for 5.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lakers at the controls right now. James to Davis. They work it down to Cousins. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Here's Simmons with it up top. It's 12-10. To Richardson. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Kuzma to James. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Here's James for 2. LeBron James, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
To Richardson. The pass set it all up.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
It's James controlling Embiid. And that's rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron with it up top. Down 2. Has a chance. Scores from the post.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to cement his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw up and good. And the 3-point play puts them up early in this one. Sixers control it. Simmons to Embiid. Nothing going here on that drive. JaVale McGee sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Gets a shot up off the mark. JaVale McGee, huge block. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by JaVale McGee. Simmons. Embiid. Can't connect from in close. LeBron into the front court. Leads just a point. Down for McGee. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Simmons. The pass taken away by the Lakers. To James. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James, though.
JaVale McGee tips it. LeBron into the front court. Up 5. And look out.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Embiid. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Joel Embiid has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. First one goes down. To trip. LeBron to call. James. Can't connect from inside. To Embiid. Richardson to Embiid. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Defense, let's go.
James. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Watch the cutter, man.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
James to Davis. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. Here's James with a chance. No good. Philadelphia with the basketball. To Embiid.
Come here.
Nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
James. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. To Embiid. Layup goes down. Well done.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen coming. Curling inside. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. New blood coming in for both sides. Simmons to Embiid. Simmons to Embiid. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Los Angeles, they have it. And counted at the rim.
Good shot, good shot.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Lakers have the lead. About to start the second quarter. Both teams very productive offensively at the outset.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Embiid. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Richardson. Shot won't go.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
McGee powers it through. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Here comes the screen. Has a look. Josh Richardson, 3 for 3 in this first half.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
LBJ.
Screen coming up, screen coming. I got him.
To Danny Green.
Got him.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Danny Green trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Oh, he can't connect. To Richardson. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Lake. Yes, and the foul. And a chance.
Offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
LeBron James at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort.
Oh, ferocious slam inside. 6'11", 270. That's a massive man. You can make a case there's nobody like him.
There isn't anybody like him in the NBA. He is an absolute bully on the block. Can burrow his way through traffic, make it easy, and also possesses that sweet shooting touch from the outside.
Danny Green to James. And the slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper misses. Los Angeles has the basketball. To James. Davis. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal. Lakers have it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
Dunks it with the contact. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Shot clock violation. James to Danny Green. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Lakers at the controls right now. James to Cousins. Around the perimeter. Kyle Kuzma knocks down the three-pointer.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Screen coming. Simmons to Horford. Five on the shot clock. Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Across the timeline comes James. His guys holding the big lead. Now a steal by Philly. And the reward, he is going to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. First one, count it.
Subbing in for Philadelphia, number 21, Joel.
And he makes them both. James into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Simmons with it. He'll run the offense. And the finish. Jay, Euro stepping for 2.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? Screen coming. James to Cousins. James to Davis. Curling inside. Davis to the basket, but his shot no good. The follow won't go either. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Sixers have the basketball. Anthony Davis pins it. It goes down.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons was the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. James to Kyle Kuzma. Goes to the right side. James. Anthony Davis. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
And the rebound taken down by the Lakers. Danny Green. Now pass stolen by the Sixers. Richardson to Horford. They go down low to Simmons. To Tobias Harris. Simmons gets it in the right corner. Here's a chance from long range. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Kuzma to James. That's going to get out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Sixers control it. To Horford. Harris.
Double team. Here we go.
DeMarcus Cousins swats it. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Richardson. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. LeBron with it up top. Lead stands at 10. DeMarcus Cousins. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. To Horford. Simmons. Richardson. And he drains it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Los Angeles. They have it. James to Cousins. Easy pass to the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Big pick right there.
DeMarcus Cousins snatching it out of the air.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Joel Embiid with a piece. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Al Horford able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Nice pass to set things up.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
To Kyle Kuzma. James to Kyle Kuzma. Down low, Boogie. Al Horford with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Anthony Davis rejects it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Philadelphia with the basketball.
I got ball.
To Horford. Harris. They go down low to Simmons. It was right there. Caldwell Pope to James. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. And the Lakers able to grab the rebound. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. First half comes to an end. The Lakers have the lead.
Time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Lakers will start the second half with a decent lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. The 76ers have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Blocks.
The Los Angeles Lakers came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
The chosen one, and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Harris to Simmons. Kyle Kuzma sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Good look that time, but off the mark.
And, Ed, that's what you see this defense doing. They're capitalizing on the momentum gain from getting a multitude of stops defensively.
Richardson. LeBron into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Horford to Simmons. The drive right to the basket. Cruises inside for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
LeBron into the front court. Up by 6. To Kyle Kuzma. James to Danny Green. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
First free throw is good.
Oh, yeah, 2 points.
Able to convert on both free throws. It's in the hands of Philadelphia.
I got ball. That's me.
Probing the defense. Has a chance. The shot by Simmons won't go down.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Danny Green to James.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Lock.
Down to Green. Strong finish that time for Danny Green.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Able to convert inside.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Across the timeline comes James. It's an 8-point lead. To Davis. Kuzma. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. All lined up and ready for the jump. In the front court comes Simmons. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Anthony Davis sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Jumper's good.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Embiid. From the painted area, won't go down. LBJ with it. Oh, denied. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Simmons, deep left corner. To Tobias Harris. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
James to Danny Green. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Josh Richardson, he's now shooting 5 for 7.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Screen.
James, down low for Kuzma. Nice pass to get things going.
But did you see the way he was able to do it, Ed? Did you see him constantly probe the defense by maintaining his dribble? Ultimately, if you keep your eyes on all the other defenders, they will lose track of where the ball is. That's where you slip a quick pass in for an easy dime.
Lakers ball. Davis knocks it down from mid-range.
The versatility of Anthony Davis makes him one of the most special players in the league today. He can score on you with his back to the basket, but if you also leave him open on the perimeter, he's going to knock that down with ease.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Knocks down the first. And gets both to drop at the line. James into the front court. His team leads it by 10. Kuzma to James. Driving right to the basket. Danny Green to James. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. The officials ready. Let's see who can take the jump. Can't connect from in close. Simmons into the front court. His guys trail by 10. To Horford. Won't go.